In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys all the production secrets behind Drake and 21 Savage's new album. We're going to start off by breaking down a dark trap beat inspired by No BS, and then I'm going to show you how to make your own soulful samples from scratch and how to flip them in different ways. No BS was produced by Ozzy and Elias. Now Ozzy loves to use simple, dark, synth-based melodies when he's making beats for Drake. A great example of that is Pop Star.
Bitches calling my phone like I'm locked up non-stop.
To start our beat, I went into Mine and Kill September's new upcoming Analog Lab Bank and grabbed this synth brass preset. On top of that, I added a textural synth pad, again from Technicolor. Now these two elements are the core of our beat, but Ozzy likes to flip and chop his melodies. An example again being Pop Star, and also Tootsie Slide, where you can hear a reverse synth throughout the song. First, I reversed the brass and pitched it up. Then I stretched out the synth pad and reversed the second chord to add a little bit of variety. Next, I added a counter melody. The notes are going down the scale to add to that dark vibe. Second to last, we have this piano ARP texture from Technicolor again. All the elements up to this have been synth based, whereas this is a real instrument. It gives a bit of variety to the sample. And finally, we have a distorted synth bass, which adds a change of energy when I take the 808 out and add that in. Those are all the melodic elements. Now we're moving on to the signature part of Ozzy's beats, the drums. I'm going to start with the hi-hats, which are very simple. He usually uses a two-step pattern and then fills in the gaps with rolls. After that, we have a hard-hitting snare. Next is a kick. Finally, for this beat, we have two 808s. The main one is very subby and long, which Ozzy likes to use a lot, and then I added a reversed 808 just for a little bit of flavor. On Her Loss, there are quite a few songs with vintage, soulful samples. For example, Rich Flex and 3 AM on Glenwood. So I'm going to show you guys how to make a soulful sample from scratch and then flip it in different ways. I started off this one with a synth organ from Technicolor. I added a shaper box, a room reverb, and an EQ filtering out a lot of the high end. On top of that, we have an electric piano in a higher octave. After that, I added a Scarby Rickenback and bass from Contact. I did a bit more of a complex pattern than I usually would because I wanted to use this to create a groove. The next instrument is a piano, and I did a cool trick on this to get a really nice texture. I played it in a really high octave and bounced it to audio, and I pitched it down an octave after it was bounced to audio, and it just gives a really nice sound. I also added the original piano in a lower octave back into the sample. In most old samples, there's gonna be drums in there, so to replicate that, I added this kick and snare with a very simple boom bap style pattern. I threw both of these drum samples into Edison and lowered the sample rate to give that washed out, filtered feeling. At this point, I felt as though the sample was missing some high end, and I thought some strings would be perfect to fill that gap. Finally, of course, we had to add some soulful vocals. I went on Splice and came across this vocal pack. Then I added some effects, including an alter boy to pitch it up, some reverb, a delay, and some EQ. However, it didn't quite have the sound I wanted, so I stretched the sample to double the speed, and now it sounds like this. This sounds so fire, but I wanted to lower the sample rate and chop it up a little bit as well. Now, if you want to get better at making samples, it's good to have a solid foundation that you can build from. Skillshare have a brand new course called Music Fundamentals, Explore and Create Your Unique Sound by Jacob Collier. I've been using it to brush up on my knowledge of melody and harmony, and there are so many other things you can learn from this video course. There are 9 videos which combine for an hour and 16 minutes of learning, which makes it super easy to take in and digest. Even if you feel like you have a good grasp of music theory, this course could give you a new perspective and teach you something new. And once you finish Jacob's course, there are thousands of ad-free courses on Skillshare with new ones added daily, so you'll never run out of things to learn. Don't wait until the new year. Make 2022 the year you finally learn music theory. Use this as a chance to invest in yourself and take your beats and melodies to the next level. The first 1,000 people to hit the link below and sign up get a free 30-day trial. Let's get back into the video. Now I'm going to show you guys how to flip it in different ways. I really like the last chord here. I think I'm going to chop that out and repeat it. First thing, let's drag this down to a new channel and let's consolidate it. I want to reverse it and I want to stretch it as well. Straight away, that's giving a much darker vibe. Now I'm going to put that on a mixer track and I want to half time it. I think the best way to flip it is to add drums whilst you're doing it. Now, I wasn't really feeling the original chop, but I found something that I think I like. Next, I'm going to add an 808. I'm going to pitch it up a few semitones. So now I have a really nice melodic up-tempo trap beat. And now I'm going to chop this into more of a soulful, boom bap, emotional rap kind of beat. I'm going to filter this out. I want to use a bit of a different hi-hat, something a bit heavier. Let's put this in a mixer track and add a delay to it. And to finish it off, I'm going to add a synth bass. This bass called Trap Soul from Technicolor is fire.